Game begin.
Alright, we're live. What's up, Tiny?
Oh, not much. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, thanks for hopping on. So far, it's been a great conversation. I'm going to go ahead and... We got the recording rolling now, so I'll let you continue what you were saying. So this is your world?
Yep. This is my world, me and my friend Whiskers. We started building this one right about when 1.0 came out. Progress has been incremental. We kind of work on it on and off together. Here, let me give you a pair of Blade Runners and a jetpack.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
I'll give you some fuel for that jetpack too.
Thank you, sir. Alright, it has been a minute. Do I need to equip this?
Yes, hit tab and double click on it in your equipment shortcut.
Perfect.
Should apply. Blade Runners let you run faster and jump higher. Jetpacks, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Alright, I have my... Ooh, what did I do? My little shocker out. How do I put that up?
H, just to put that
H?
away.
Awesome. Like I said, I think I played this in, like, beta. It has been a minute.
So I started playing in Update 2.
Okay.
Which, God, I don't even know how long ago that was now. But the game was very, very different back in Update 2. I mean, if you look up... Oh, it's not there. Why is it not there? That's kind of funny. It's a copy of the world, so that's probably why. But if you see all the blinking lights up there...
Yes, sir, I do.
There's a space elevator up there.
Nice.
I can't see it for some reason though. And that's new, stuff like that. But all the progression is changed, and some of the stuff has changed with the most recent update. But I'll give you a little bit of a tour of the world.
Sure.
You can ask some questions as we go along. Show you around.
All right, man. Following you.
Yep. So. This is just kind of the upstairs. We've got some temporary production going on up here. These are the biggest physical item assemblers in the game. These are called manufacturers. And I wish I could show you the animation just real quick, but we don't have any automated yet because the assemblers are fucking awesome, dude. Like this game is awesome. Look, you mentioned this a little earlier. This game, you played Factorio, and the guy was telling you that this is just more satisfying Factorio.
Yeah, it's satisfying Factorio.
Every little detail about this game is so intricate, and it's just great. Like, great example. If you come down here to these are assemblers right here. Come stand on this gantry and just watch this. Go into photo mode with P and middle click, and then you can turn off the UI and everything like that.
Nice. Thank you for that.
Yep. So let me just do that.
Dude.
Yeah, it's great. Isn't it?
That's so sick. Hats off to the people who created the graphics. And...
You know, it's hilarious because this game was made by Coffee Stain. Their other notable title is Goat Simulator.
Is it really? Okay, I remember seeing videos of Goat Sim. I had no idea that this was connected to them.
Yeah, this is the same studio.
Wow.
Like even, where's my boo box? Here it is. There you go.
Nice. That's awesome.
The same studio, so they got a tape with the music in the game.
That's hilarious, dude.
It is so funny. I love it so much.
Did you play Goat Sim?
I did. I love it. That game holds a special place in my heart, just like many. So we started in the Rocky Desert because there's multiple spawn locations that you can get throughout the game. The Rocky Desert's kind of like it's not a hard one, but it's like a middling difficulty one.
Is it more difficult because of like resource scarcity?
No, it's more difficult because of the flora and fauna.
Okay.
They're more dangerous.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, as you're building your factory, it's a pretty simple movement upwards, right? So, like, you start at miners, which extract raw resources from the Earth, or the planet, because it's not Earth. And then those resources get smelted down into their fine states. In this case, it's making copper ingots, right? And then it goes deeper. These are all making wire. All of these constructors. And these constructors, when they make wire, it goes down into cable. Is a product of wire. So the way we have this one set up right here is that all of these assemblers are making, or constructors are making wire. But we need wire for ourselves. But we also need cable. So we have this, which is a smart splitter. So right now, the right side makes cable, left side makes wire.
What does the tuning process for that look like?
Okay, so the progression in this game is kind of weird and roundabout. So you have your normal, like, you have the space elevator, which gets you big ticket items like, you unlock the next tier, which is like, every tier lets you unlock, like, big stuff, like trains or oil production or stuff like that. We researched this. This is called a smart splitter. And if you go into the UI, the way we have this one set up is the center output will output wire, and if there's any overflow, it'll go to the right side. This is unlocked with a MAM, which is a special building. It's the Molecular Analysis Machine is what it stands for. Let me grab one real quick just for a visual. There you go. That's the MAM right there. And this is like a tech tree.
Very cool.
So around the world you can find different things. So if you go into the Caterium tab under this thing, we've unlocked Smart Splitter.
So real quick, I'm still in the photograph mode. Do I need to hop out of that to interact with this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you do. Just hit P and then it should pull you out of it.
Very cool. What was the tab you said to hop into?
Caterium is where we unlocked it. It's the leftmost check mark.
Gotcha.
Got smart splitters there.
Programmable splitter.
Yep.
Very nice.
That's actually an upgrade to the smart splitter, the programmable splitter. It's even more capable. So because the progression is super, it's not roundabout, but it's very diverse. It gives you a lot of options for your gameplay, because like it's all well and good to just build factories and go up and up and up in the world, but it's more fun to like explore and do different things. Because when the game encourages, it doesn't force it necessarily. It encourages exploration. It makes it feel more fun, you know? I think a great example of the style of this game is in some of the voice lines that your AI companion Ada has. With the, not to get into too many spoilers, but with the most recent update, they've added kind of a new character to the game.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Go ahead, talk about it, dude.
So, for the longest time, there was these work-in-progress items in the game. They were called Summer Sloops and Mercer Spheres. And just recently, they've come up with an actual use for them. And they're the biggest use for the Mercer Sphere. Here, I'll just drop a Mercer Sphere. That's what they look like. They're like literally black holes. It's fucking cool.
So sick.
Yeah, it looks awesome. So the Mercer Spheres give you this thing called the Dimensional Depot, which has literally paradigm shifted the entire game.
Okay.
So if you look on the left side of your inventory when you open it with tab, you can see our Dimensional Depot. So I can literally just click and drag concrete into my inventory.
Really?
Yeah. It makes factory building so much easier than it used to be. So like, it used to be, oh, I ran out of concrete in my inventory, I have to go back to my concrete supply, pick up more concrete, and then keep building my factory. But now I just hook it up to a dimensional depot, and I mean, it just automatically fills as I'm building my my building. So I don't have to worry, I can just do something else while I wait for my concrete to fill up.
Nice.
Or I can have concrete in my inventory and have it prioritize using the concrete in my inventory. So it's really slick, and all the upgrades in the MAM have made quality of life so much better. And that's why I really like Coffee Stain, is because they really do listen to the player. All the feedback, they've really taken it into consideration and given us more avenues for progression. I mean, even stuff like alternate recipes. There's alternate recipes for the materials you make in the game, and that allows you to tackle things differently. So, like if you need higher volume, you can use an alternate recipe that might use more machines, but you're going to get a lot more materials out of it.
Okay.
So a great example that any Satisfactory player will know is screws. Everyone in the game hates screws. I'll take you over to our screw production here. Because, I mean, it's just a smorgasbord of a mess. So
Is it spaghetti?
It
doesn't look like spaghetti.
It's about as little spaghetti as you can get doing screws. So we have an alternate recipe right now. It's called steel screws. So if you go into this constructor's UI, you can see it's using 5 steel beams per minute to make 260 screws per minute, which is pretty good. But then you realize everything that uses screws needs a fuck ton of screws. So this is using 100 screws per minute.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Each one of these machines uses a lot of screws per minute, right? So it stacks really quickly. Especially when early game, the only belt you have is the 60 items per minute. So you literally can't even transport that many screws unless you use Mark II belts. So like this is the speed of a Mark I belt, right? And then you go all the way up to 4, which is what we have unlocked right now. Oop, I didn't build it. And look at that.
Substantially faster.
Yeah, I mean, you can even feel it just by standing on it. Like the Mark I is super slow, and the Mark IVs are just like, you're flying. So
that's crazy.
I mean, this transports 60 per minute. This transports 400. Let me check real quick, just so I don't get it wrong. Oh, not bad. 480 resources per minute. So it's literally like an order of magnitude more, pretty much. And this latest update has brought a lot of good things, like more multiplayer compatibility. So like a great example of that is these hypertubes that you may see around the world. Like this is something my friend made, Whiskers made. He calls it this. I think it's the Super Happy Fun Tube. I mean, you can go in it right here. Yeah, Super Happy Fun Tube. So hypertubes are like they're like those tubes from Futurama.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen that?
Yeah.
They like suck you in and you travel all over the place. And they really have. They used to be pretty buggy in older versions of the game, but especially with the recent updates, it's gotten a lot better. So like that's a great example of something that the devs have been working on that they've really finally cracked, and it's really done good things for the community. Like my friend and I, we always used to just walk everywhere, and now we have hypertubes everywhere. So like actually this is something I'll show you pretty soon. We have a hypertube hub design we've been working on. So if you come over here, this hyper tube right here leads us back to our hub. I can show you our modular frame factory and our power plant.
So real quick, how long do you think it took Whiskers to build? What was it? The super happy.
The super happy fun tube.
Super happy fun tube.
I think he said it took him an hour and a half.
Okay.
And Fix It would not approve. Let's just say that. That's considered a break, and Fix It doesn't like breaks. we don't like breaks around here. All right, so follow me to through this tube to the power plant.
Man, so I'm kind of baffled by the fact that you just know where all of this stuff is. Like,
what do you mean?
Like, it's incredible to me because, I mean, I've seen, like, ooh, I think there we go. I got stuck for a second.
You're good.
I mean, I've seen factories and stuff like that, but, like, I mean, not even just you, but it just amazes me that you're just like, yeah, and we'll head over here, and I know where the screws are, and then if we hop in this, like, I know where that is, and...
See, that's one of the differences between Whiskers and I, is he hates the way I design factories. He really does. I'm always the type to just design a factory, and he's the kind that really likes to plan the whole thing out before he builds it. And I just kind of slap down foundations and start building stuff. So I'll show you something in our modular frame factory later, but like my storage is usually just all over the place. Like I just know where this stuff is and I'll go pick it up if I need it.
You're a let's get to production kind of guy.
Yeah, let's get down to work. So this is our power plant. You might have actually seen this on Reddit if you browse the Satisfactory subreddit at all.
I did. Yes. I saw it.
So, yeah, you did.
I did. Yeah. I didn't know it was yours.
Yeah, he didn't credit me, which is
Whiskers didn't credit you?
No, he did.
Oh my gosh.
I know. But see that right there? That's something that they added recently to the game. It's called the SAM. I think it's called the SAM Fluctuator.
Okay.
Yeah, SAM Fluctuator. It's a SAM Power Augmenter. That's what it is. But it basically just gives you more power for free. And I'll hook it up to you. I'll show you in a second. But the really neat thing about this that we kind of planned on when we made it is we wanted to make the whole thing fuckable. Mm-hmm. So we have catwalks going up the whole thing, all the way up to the top. And there's actually a Fix It Factory card running around here somewhere. I don't know where it is right now. Oh, no, he picked it up? Damn. I'll show you that in a second.
Whiskers strikes again, dude. He didn't credit you, and then he picks up the card.
But come all the way up. So the SAM, we're not really even sure about this thing. We haven't looked into it because we're kind of trying to stay spoiler-free on a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll just hook this up to our power grid real quick and you can see what it does. Alright. It's doing a thing now. I just disconnected it. It should stop doing it. But this thing literally just gives you a free 10% on your power grid. Just free 10% power.
Seems useful and gracious.
And just look at the animation.
I know.
Every little detail of everything is so intricate in this game, and it's beautiful.
Dude, literally, like, the compression of, like, the pistons and, like...
This game is absolutely gorgeous.
Wow. And so you're just eating a free 10% boost right now.
Yeah. We usually keep it off. We use it in case of emergency, mostly. So we just hook it up if we ever need the power. Because there's a sound that you'll come to loathe if you ever play this game. It's the sound of a power grid shutting down. I might be able to play it for you. Let's find out. I probably can. Yeah. If I just do this. No? It's still connected somehow? Where would it be connected? Yeah, it's still connected somehow.
Your design is too good, dude.
I know,
That's your
right?
problem.
Too redundant? I didn't think that was possible.
The redundancy.
Oh wait, no, it did disconnect. I guess we just, yeah, I guess we're just too redundant. How do I do this? Can I... No? Not that way either? Damn. I guess I could just start shutting down generators, that might work.
Whatever you want to do, man. So how many hours do you guys... I know. Okay, real quick, just so everyone can hear. How many hours do you have in the game?
I got, let me check. Let me give you an exact number.
Get the accurate numbers out here.
Accurate number.
Checking the log.
385.8 hours. That's not that much by Fix-It standards. Lots of people have tens of thousands of hours in this game, I swear. Some of the creations people make, it's absolutely amazing. Like,
so,
you ever seen the channel Let's Game It Out?
Yes.
Yeah. He made this game very famous in his review of it.
So how many hours of that would you say? 386?
386.
386, yeah. Almost 387. How many of those hours is spent building this?
So this world has a total of 110 hours in it, but that's
Nice.
not all me. That's just total time, because we have it running on a server. But the server's only active when someone is on the world. So like we don't have it running in the background just doing stuff. So total, I probably have about 80 hours on this world and a lot more in other ones.
Yeah.
I'll show you one more thing in this world, and we can move on to some of my old worlds because they're pretty cool.
All right.
I'll show you my first ever world later. You can laugh at me.
I was gonna say, does it make you sick to see it now at this point,
Yeah.
or?
It doesn't make me sick. It makes me proud of how far I've come. Let's just put it that way.
I think I went the opposite direction as you.
No, you're going the right way.
Okay.
We have a really weird hypertube hub setup. It's kind of just a joke. We can get launched straight up in the air and we build a bunch of speed, and then we fall into the hypertube.
So you just put memes inside of the game?
Yeah, memes. You know, they keep it light, right?
Right.
Make it fun.
You gotta have fun with it.
I mean, we literally have a space launcher. So, all right, come to this one now.
Dude, this is so sick.
Yeah.
So did you play Factorio?
I've played a little bit. It's not really my cup of tea. I mean, I have it. I don't even think I have it downloaded right now, but I think Factorio would be more fun if I had people to play it with. Like, I don't even know if it's multiplayer, to be honest with you.
It is, but this is better.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I probably have like 4 to 5 hours or so in this game, but after just seeing this, I'm like, screw Factorio.
Yeah. So this is my modular frame factory. I built this one with some assistance from Whiskers. But if you look up, we had an incident where there was an issue with blueprints in the game for a little bit. So we deleted a bunch of our blueprints and then replaced them. So we just kind of removed our logistics floor. So we just have a bunch of floating belts that look really freaking cool now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this looks planned out.
Yeah. I mean, it was planned out.
Happy accident.
Yeah. Something like that. but this is probably the biggest factor. This is definitely the biggest factory in this world right now. Everything is perfectly tuned, so everything's inputs are the exact amount they need to be for the outputs. So if you look everywhere, all the belts should be almost constantly flowing.
Yeah, just optimized.
Yeah. And it's just, I mean, you want to talk about Satisfactory, that makes me happy. The belt with all the iron going everywhere. The screws.
Jeez.
Iron. Oh, it's beautiful.
Hey, Tiny.
Yeah, what's up?
Give me 1 sec, dude. I'm gonna go grab a water bottle. I'll be right back.
Go for it. Go for it.
Alright, so take me back to the beginning. How did you hear about this game? What piqued your interest?
You know, like many, it was Let's Game Out.
Nice.
I saw the game on Let's Game Out for the first time, and I was just like, that looks really cool. I want to try that out. And my first world looked a lot like Let's Game It Out did. Just spaghetti mess everywhere.
Yeah.
And
a purist.
A purist. It's only inefficient if it doesn't work. If it works and it looks like it doesn't work, then you know that's just efficiency, man. It doesn't have to look good.
You're not lying.
So this is the second floor of that building. This is just a bunch of computers all lined up. This was a chore to hook up.
How
it was
so?
fun though. So every one of these constructors has to be aligned in a proper way, and we had to hook all these belts up manually because we didn't have a blueprint for it yet. But I mean, it took me like an hour to do this floor alone. It wasn't that bad. Whiskers and I are trying to really fine-tune this world. Like, we don't want to just kind of throw stuff together and finish the game. We're trying to make everything look decent and work okay. And you can see some of that kind of stuff in our Hypertube hub. I mean, we put a lot of time into making sure that looked pretty good. Yeah, get that money shot of that.
Yeah, I like it, dude.
And they're all in perfect sync if you realize. Come up here, you can see all of them are moving at the same time.
Where are you at?
On top of this constructor. All of them are moving at the same time, though.
Dude.
Look awesome.
Oh my gosh. Dude, this is like art.
Yeah.
Like, like you guys are artists.
So we got all this, and then come back over to the elevator with me. Middle one. Okay, so this is our top floor. This is our storage, and just the end of the line, pretty much, for everything.
Mm-hmm.
This factory makes 60 of these cubes per minute, called modular frames.
Okay.
And it makes, I think it's 30 rotors and 30 pipe per minute when it's working optimally, which it's not right now because of a lot of reasons, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So it's pretty high volume production, all things considered. I mean, you can clearly see we've had to mine a lot of resources in the area, and we've had to boost some of these resources. So that's another thing. You can overclock machines. It costs a lot of power, and it takes a special resource that you have to find around the map. But you can
What's the resource?
They're called power shards.
Okay.
You get them from these funny slug things. I'll pull one out just so you can see. Come to the ground with me. I'll show you. So there's these special collectibles you can find around the map called power slugs. This is what they look like.
Nice.
This is the purple one. These are the rarest ones. So they give you 5 power shards per, and then the power shards. Oop. Oh, we don't have any power shards. Oh, thought we did. Oh, you know, I bet Whiskers has them all. That's all right.
Whisker strikes again, dude.
Yeah, right? Is there any of these machines? I might be able to pull one. No, because we have the exact amount. Whatever.
You're good, dude. Don't sweat it. I can find an image and put it in the video.
Yeah, that works. The power shards, basically, they let you overclock your machine. So you can boost the production speed, but it also increases the power consumption by a lot.
Okay.
Get the money shot right here. Come on, look at this. They're all moving at the same time. All the arms and everything. That's awesome.
Oh, at some point, dude, pick a spot where you want me to get a screen capture later on so I can make it for the thumbnail.
Yeah, that
So
works.
be thinking about that.
Ooh, I think I know where. Let's see. Just follow me. Okay, so follow me through this tube, and then once you get launched up, go into this one.
Okay.
Gotcha?
Yep.
Yeah, that was our original design for our hub. Yeah.
I love that.
It's fun. I see how I screwed that up. Okay, I'll fix that later. So then we've got these boosters. Shoot you up that hill.
So just because I'm curious, do you come from an engineering background, or are you just like... just in-game engineer?
I am a mechanic. That's what
Okay, I love it.
Come up here. Let's see if we can get a good screenshot for you. Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe to the very end of this platform. Because you got all three of our major builds right here. You got the modular frame factory, our main factory, and then the power plant in the background.
Dude, this is so sick.
Yeah.
This is incredible, dude.
This game is beautiful. I love this game. And there's our other power plant down there.
Okay.
That one's just kind of a...
Has it been forgotten?
It's not forgotten. We just haven't made it pretty yet. I mean, you can see the right side of the to-do list. That's one of the things on the third one is upgrade and beautify coal plants. If you have your UI on, you have to be out of photo mode.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Upgrade iron factory, upgrade mod frame factory, upgrade and beautify coal plants.
So,
I love it, dude.
yeah. So this coal up here, we're using. Actually, that's a truck right there. Catch that on the way back. So these trucks allow you to transport resources over longer distances without having to run a belt all the way.
Okay.
And that's really nice for cross-country stuff. Eventually, you get trains, which are like it's a train.
Yeah.
They are high speed. They move around really quickly. They can transport a lot of resources.
I imagine the logistics of the trains is a little more complex.
Yeah, so I remember when we first started out, they didn't have signals for trains, and trains would just pass through each other because they were on the same route. And then they added signals, so if the two trains touched, they would be right out and throw all their stuff all over the place. And that was really cool, because that means you had to make like two-way rail lines.
Yeah. Switches. Yeah.
Switches, and you had to block out different areas and signals and stuff like that. And, it really added another layer of complexity that I think the trains needed. Because before they were bad. Before they just felt a little off, you know.
Yeah.
Because trains can go through and all that.
So let me ask you this: whenever you start a new game, how do you approach all of this from the get-go? Like, I'm familiar with Factorio, and essentially these games are, we're going to take the smallest component and we're going to continue to build upon the smallest component until we reach a larger component.
Yeah.
But like, what's your thought process when it comes to like the actual design and the architecture of things like that? Are you purely like looking for whatever is needed next? I mean, I guess you kind of already answered my question. You said you just kind of get straight to production, right?
Yeah, but it is also a case of having to think ahead, because one of the biggest things that you do unlock in this game is miners. So this is a Mark II miner. You start out with Mark I miners, and every time you get a new mark, it doubles your production speed. So this miner's making, this one's super boosted. Hey, I can show you the power charts. Come over here real quick. So, side tangent, this is a power chart.
Very cool. And those come from the slugs.
Those come from the slugs. Their valiant sacrifices will not be forgotten. So, these miners base make, this is a normal node, so this would make 60 iron ore per minute. Normally. With a Mark II miner, you get double the production, so it goes up to 120. And that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing, because if your factory was made for 60 iron ore per minute, all of a sudden you have double the resources, which means double the capacity, which means you have to double the size of your factory.
Yeah.
And I mean, this game is the best kind of stress, because like I have the option to double the size of my factory if I wanted to, but like I'm doing other stuff right now, and you can only do one thing at a time, unless you have multiple people, which is the great part about playing in a server.
Yeah.
I can just hop on this, do this anytime I want.
Yeah.
I don't have to like play in with a save game like we are right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me show you the world we had before 1.0.
Okay.
So, he sent it to me. Let me throw that in my folder real quick. Shouldn't take more than a couple seconds. Download this. Put this in.
So while you're doing that, what's your favorite new feature or addition in the most recent update?
It's definitely the dimensional depots.
Okay.
It's the like nexus that you can pull from. It's so good. I wouldn't trade that for the world. I never want to go back. You can't make me go back.
So I heard there's new production items with the most recent update. Is that accurate?
Yes. So that's a lot of the later stuff that we haven't gotten to.
Okay, gotcha.
Like fix items or whatever, I think. I'm excited to learn all that. Excited to get into the nuclear stuff. That's something we haven't really done in the past. I don't know if it's loading for you.
It's not. It looks like I'm gonna have to join your game.
Yep, that's fine. I'll see if I can scrounge up a jetpack and Blade Runners for you. Oh god.
It's Tinytimtami, right?
Correct.
Are all the T's capital?
Yes.
Weird, I'm looking for you and it's not pulling you up.
I can shoot you an invite if I need to.
Yeah, that'd probably be best. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good. Let me make sure that I actually have the game set correctly. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. What was yours? I don't recall.
It's a capital N, lowercase game, GAME.
NgameNterview.
Yep. That's me.
Invite the game. Let's see if that works.
On my way.
Awesome. Should spawn right at the hub. I've already got a jetpack and Blade Runners for you with some fuel. Let me know when you're loaded in.
Will do. Removing dad jokes.
Now, actually, this is going to be great because then you can, I can get you a hover pack. Yeah, let's do that.
I am down to clown, my friend.
Hell yeah. Okay. So, jetpack and stuff is right there. Jetpack, Blade Runners, fuel. And then here is your hover pack, sir. Pick that one up, too. So, for now, just put the jetpack on. Don't worry about the hover pack yet.
What was it again? What was the key?
Tab.
Tab. That's right. Thank you.
Yep. I probably look different. Oh no, it kept my look. That's pretty cool. So, cool thing, the hover pack, it lets you float in place so we can get better shots now.
Oh, very nice.
So, actually, yeah, this is really what we should do for the screenshot, is this place right here.
Hey, Tiny, how do I go down?
C. You double tap to stop hovering.
Thank you.
So, this is our original multiplayer world.
Okay.
You can see we're a little bit further along here. We've got trains, we've got drones, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. This world is quite a bit larger, but it's less polished. I mean...
And how many total worlds did you say you have? Was it 3?
Oh, I have a bunch.
A bunch. Nice.
I've played a little bit on a bunch of different worlds. This world is huge. This one's gonna be. If we wanted a full tour, it would take probably about 4 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this one's pretty big. I mean, if you hit M, you can open your map and see everything we've got.
Dude, that's insane. That's so sick.
So, this is our auto sorter. Before the dimensional depots were a thing, if you wanted a place to have all your resources, you had to build an auto sorter.
Okay.
And that's what this is. This is
All right.
all Whisker's idea. He built this thing from the ground up before I even joined this world. And I mean, it's changed over the times. Like I built this building right here, and he built these lasers in here. But all of these crates are hooked up to different things around the world, and you can just grab resources from them. And a lot of those resources come in from these train stations on either side. But not all of them do. Some of them come from the iron factory we have built next to it. But if you wanted a screenshot for the thumbnail, this is it right here.
Just tell me where you think it should be and I'll make it happen.
It's gonna be right here, looking down this aisle. Yeah.
You want to go stand down there? Go stand down there.
Here, let me wave at you.
I need you to get a little bit closer. It looks like you're in a shadow.
Is that better?
That's better.
Okay. Let me do... Where is it?
That's sick,
Hi.
dude. Dude, this is incredible.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got the rainbow lights going all the way down. Whiskers knew what it was. He did a really good job on this thing. He decorated most of this.
You guys put
this is really
a lot of thought into this.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. He did this too.
Tiny.
So, I mean, where to begin? That's our power plant over this direction. I can't really ping it because it's too far away. But that big red building on the hill over there, that's our power plant.
Okay, I'm tracking.
These trains go all over the world. In fact, just when a train comes along, let's just hop on it. You can see all the signals on the side of the railroads too. That's the signals I was mentioning earlier. You've got concrete over there. That's our heavy modular frame factory. There's a drone coming into land right here. We've got stuff all over this world.
So, in terms of the drones, is there like a programming aspect that's incorporated within utilizing the drones?
It's more of a timetable kind of deal. So the drones are like a point-to-point, long-range transport. Like they don't have as much capacity as a train, but they move faster. If that makes sense. The other thing is a drone needs to have fuel is in batteries. It uses batteries as fuel.
Okay.
And that drone is actually delivering batteries, funnily enough. So
ironic.
It goes from our battery factory to that drone port and back.
Wow.
So let's hop on this train right here. Stop it for you. If you need to, you can equip your jetpack. It's faster than the hover pack. Also, don't get crushed by the loading claws. You're standing right under them right now. Yeah, just get on top of the locomotive. I don't even know where this one's going, honestly. It's been so long since I've played this world.
Can you believe that, like, a group of devs sat down and they were like, so this is what we're gonna do?
Yeah.
And then they did it.
I mean, can you believe that a couple guys made this whole train station?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, everything about this is just, like, absolutely impressive. It's more than impressive.
It's bonkers, really.
It gives you, like, so much freedom that I feel like a lot of games don't. Like, this is literally... Because, like, I feel like a lot of games, like, they hang on the player's ability to use their imagination. Like, I feel like that's kind of what, like, you know, as kids, we kind of start to lose it, like, as we get older and stuff, and I feel like games is one of those things that kind of, like, reconnects that attachment and allows that flow. And this is a game where they're just like, yeah, make what you want, in a way.
And it's great because, like, you can build the most spaghetti monstrosity in the world, like Let's Game It Out does. Or you can build, like this world is built, like floating platforms and junk like that. Or you can build, like our new world is going to try and do. We're trying to build, like, grounded stuff that looks good.
Yeah.
Take the game a little slower as we go, right? So this down here is our oil complex. This is a whole bunch of production. We make everything from computers to plastic here. We can hop off the train right here. If you don't get run over by it first. So, this is a completely different section of the map compared to where we were before. This is part of our computer factory, this area right here. We're making plastic and rubber that goes down here. And, yeah, the manufacturers. You can show everyone those now. Oh, I love that animation. So oil adds a whole new complexity to this game. Part of the beauty of oil in this game is it's the first production that has byproducts. So those byproducts just as much as you have to deal with, right? So when you refine oil, it puts out heavy oil residue and whatever you're trying to. And then you can use that heavy oil residue to make other things. Or you can turn that heavy oil residue into something that you can throw into a resource, which just deletes things pretty much.
Okay.
And fluid is just another really fun thing to deal with because especially it just flows differently. Like literally it flows differently than resources on a belt. You have to deal with pumps and stuff like that. So if you come back up here, you can see we've got pipes with heavy oil residue coming down here. And these pipes are going into these refineries that are turning it into fuel, and then we're burning that fuel to make power. And all sorts of stuff like that.
Nothing goes to waste.
Nothing goes to waste. And if it does, it gets turned into awesome tickets that we can use for other stuff, right? This is all our starter oil production that we just haven't gotten around to tearing down, really. And then we have this area. This area is entirely dedicated to making the fuel for our generators. We have a train. It's a red train with 2 locomotives. We called it the turbo train because it purely ferries turbo fuel back and forth between here and that building up there. The turbo fuel generators. You can all see now. So once that comes along, we should definitely take a ride on that.
I'm totally down.
On the turbo train.
The turbo train with Tiny.
Yeah, turbo train with Tiny. God, yeah, this brings back a lot of memories. I haven't seen a lot of this stuff in months. we took a little hiatus when they announced that 1.0's release date because we wanted to just like refresh ourselves for the new update.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Go into it ready to go, ready to rock.
Yeah. And I built all this rail network. That was kind of my specialty. I was really good at building trains. Whiskers hadn't even used trains, basically, until I came into his world.
You were like, let me show you something. So how'd you guys meet?
You know, that's kind of a funny story. We met playing Helldivers 2. And we just had a shared interest in Satisfactory, so we started playing that together.
Who'd have thought? Two people came together because of Helldivers 2.
He doesn't actually play Helldivers anymore, which, to each their own, but
yeah,
I still think Helldivers is a great game.
Helldivers is an amazing game.
Yep, so this is fuel pickup station. And watch us look at that, bathe in that glorious animation.
Turbo train is rolling.
We're gonna get knocked off here. Let's get on the train as it goes over. Don't try it. I might need to stop it. Oh, you got on! Nice. Let's go.
Just gotta be smarter than the train.
So this is how we would get around. We would just ride trains everywhere.
I love it, dude.
Precarious over the cliff railroad with one support holding it up. It was great.
I can like hear you reliving the moments of like building all this stuff, like while we talk.
So this was our original fuel burning factory, and we relocated because we didn't have enough space. Whiskers and I built this whole thing together. Then we realized it was kind of too small, so we were like, we need to build bigger. Let's find a different location. So we just went up the hill a little bit, and it's funny. This is our original modular frame factory. You can see how far we've come.
Substantially different.
Yeah, it looks a lot different. This is our power plant. Once we get up there, you'll be able to see the whole thing. Paid a lot. This is towards the end of our playthrough, so we paid a lot more attention to detail to everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell it even just in the architecture. Like, it looks a lot more well thought out. And it's the best view in town, right? You can see our train lines going everywhere. That is what does that factory make? Crystal oscillators? I think that factory makes crystal oscillators. No. I have to look at it again because I don't really remember, but yeah, I mean, even this game's visuals are just beautiful.
They really are.
But all of this is the result of many hours of work. We've got 2 silos full of turbo fuel here. They take from those train stations and and they pump it to the entire generator network. And we only need 3 buildings, but we had plans to build another building full of power storage eventually.
Yeah.
So just in case, like, we could turn it on if we needed extra power for a little bit.
Keep it in your back pocket.
Yeah, pretty much. This is a pretty end game factory for us. At least it was back then. We hadn't even unlocked nuclear power yet. It's the milestone that's currently selected right now, nuclear power. Just noticed that.
Well, this is sick, Tiny. Thank you so much for showing me all this, dude. This is literally amazing.
Yeah. I don't know how much longer your time is, but I can show you my first world now if you want.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's do it.
It's gonna be in here. Load. It's probably this one. Yes, it's this one. Okay. Just shoot one more invite. Now, in this world, I haven't even unlocked jetpacks. If I remember correctly, jetpacks didn't exist when I made this world. Oh, wait, no, this... What? Load this one. Not that one. Thank you. So I'll get you a pair of blade runners, but you want a jetpack to jump around.
Could you send me an invite when you get a chance?
Yep.
Awesome. Appreciate you, brother.
Okay. Wait where you are for just a second. I'm on my way to you.
Okay. Sounds good, man. I'll sit tight.
There's a bin with blade runners in it. I know there's a bin with blade runners in them. Oh, I really don't want to have to find some silica. Really thought I had a pair of blade runners somewhere. This world is so damn old, I don't know where anything is.
You're having to get into the archives at this point.
Yeah, right. I don't even remember what my hub is, to be completely honest with you. Oh, it's up there, that's right. Is it in the... Is there a pair in the hub? No, there isn't. Come on. Where is the nearest quartz? Probably pretty damn far. They changed the recipe for Blade Runner, so I don't actually have the stuff to make them here anymore.
You're good, dude.
I really don't want to have to make you run around just on your normal 2 legs.
I'm up for whatever you need to do, man. I got about 15 more minutes. I'm happy to do whatever you want.
Well, I can show you my spaghetti factory at least.
All right. That sounds good to me.
I'm on my way up to you.
All right, I'll start heading your direction too. There we go.
Find me. So this is my original world. It's pretty scuffed. It's a little bit of a mess. I'm not gonna lie. But we all have to start somewhere.
I was
right?
about to say, everyone starts somewhere. I mean, you've shown me like absolute art and precise and well thought out logistics, and it's nice to know that you weren't just born that way.
This factory is the just run with it mentality taken to the nth degree, right? It's kind of a spaghetti mess inside the walls of this factory. You can use B to turn your flashlight on because there's no lights in here. I mean, there's trees growing through it. There's no space in between anything, and there's belts slipping all over the place. But damn it, if it still works, it still works. It's relatively small compared to everything else I've done because I spent a lot of time just messing with stuff, trying to figure everything out. And you can see my train lines are just terrible. And notice there's 0 signals anywhere. There's just the turn things for directing the trains because the signals didn't exist yet when this world was around.
Just an agent of chaos.
Mm-hmm. So trains would run through each other all the time. It didn't mean anything. It's a work of art. It truly is.
It's just abstract art. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So, I always think about coming back and fixing this world, but I think it's best left.
Yeah, man, you got to leave it exactly how it is because here pretty soon you're going to be making like some just unbelievable stuff.
Nuclear power and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it'll be so cool. Like, not that you'd ever forget about it, but it'd be so cool to like wait a little bit of time and then just come back to this and be like, wow.
I did that? Ew.
Why did I put that there? Why did I make that decision?
My God. Well, I'm glad we could do this. I hope you had a good time seeing all my worlds and hearing my struggles.
No, this was amazing, Tiny. It was a great time. I mean, this was amazing. It was amazing to see your worlds. It was amazing to hear what you think about the game, what you like about it, how you approach different things, how you and your friend Whiskers are different, how y'all met, how y'all came together to create all this stuff. Dude, this was an amazing interview. This is what I live for at this point. Like, I love doing this. I love talking with gamers and seeing this, because like even this, it's just like, it's just cool because at a place and time you put thought and effort into this and you created this. Like, even if it's not perfect, it's still your creation, and that's sick, dude.
Yeah, also look up.
Yep.
You see the space elevator?
Yep.
It's pretty damn cool.
That's super cool. Well, hey man, it's been a pleasure. I'd love to get together and do something in Elite Dangerous or literally any other game. I really had a great time talking to you. Yeah. And I'm going to hop off. I'm going to end the video. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and a wonderful weekend. And we'll stay in touch. And we'll get something together.
Awesome, man.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it. Good meeting you.
Yep. Good meeting you.
Talk to you later.
Yeah.